Hello and welcome back. This is DMAC and today I'm looking at this Zeiss Ikon asset alloy rim cylinder. Lovely looking locks these. Got this one a while ago actually off of eBay. I think it actually came through John's Lockpicking, he's also on YouTube. Maybe he's picked this on this channel, I don't know. But yeah, I got it from him. Very nice keyway on these. There we go. I don't know if this is pinned as it is originally, but it's pinned as I got it. And there's a bitting on the key, which is a little bit disappointing because we've got, I don't know if these are 0 sets here. So, I think it's a 6 pin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And you've got these really low ones, possibly 0. So does that make it a 4 pin or a 3 pin lock almost? I don't know. Either way, I mean, they're quite tricky to pick. So let's give it a go. Stick him in the vise and open him up, see what's what. Yeah, I got this one on eBay. I kind of, it's one of those locks, I'm sure some of you guys do it. You kind of get carried away bidding. I decided that I wanted it and probably paid over the odds for it. But John threw in a couple of extras because he's a generous sort of fella, I believe. Well, based on that, he is anyway. There we go. Let's get a little skinny tension wrench in the top. Nope. Super skinny one. There we go. That does us. And I'm going to use this Sparrow's 15 thousandths, I think. Yeah, despite that keyway being rather nasty looking, we can almost pick off at the bottom here. It is quite wide open. Okay, let's see what we got. Nothing on 1. Little click on 2. Nothing on 3. 4, 1, 2, 3. Nothing much binding. Oh, I've got to click there on 2, quite high up. I think that was a click on 4. Yeah, they're reasonably wide open keyways, but I think you could quite easily, if you're not keeping your eye on the ball, you could end up picking the warding. Pick it up and yeah, subsequently bending your pick. That was 1 there, and we just dropped into a full set. So we definitely got, yeah, spools. I think that's 3. And we're open. That wasn't too bad. I didn't really have to do much at the back. I didn't feel anything at the back there, so that's almost like a 4-pin lock possibly. Anyway, we'll get him open, see what's inside, and if it is the case that they're 0 sets, I might try and get hold of a different key for this and perhaps pin it differently. So let's get the pinning tray down. I think it was Picks and Pistons that lock this one up, that made a challenge lock out of one of these. I think he put lots of serrations in there, threaded the chambers, and it really was a tricky challenge lock to pick. I think after I picked it, I sort of thought to myself, I really want to get a hold of one, and this was the first one I see, and that probably explains me paying a little bit over the odds for it, but that's what happens in an auction, isn't it? Don't think I need to shim it. Hope not. There we go. So it's actually 7 pins. Well, so you've got 7 pin holes there. Key's very tight in there. Oh, so they're not 0 set. There's a very slight lift is required. I think just as I went to the back and probably just jiggled those pin 6 and pin 5 there, and just a little one on 4, that was enough to set them. I didn't really feel any resistance. I mean, all you're doing is lifting that pin up like perhaps a millimetre or so. These front pins have to come up. It's a shame that key isn't cut the other way so that we had the low low cuts in pins 1, 2 and 3 and the high cuts at the back, and that would have certainly made it a much trickier pick. But we'll dump these out and see what we got. They all look to be standard. Yeah, all standard pins, nothing crazy in the core. I think these cylinders just have reasonably good tolerances, and that's what makes them a tricky pick. So we've got a standard in one, definitely felt a spool, and there we go, there's a little spool there, another spool there, a smaller spool in 4, and a small spool in 5. And another spool in 6, and we've got 7 chambers here. You can, I don't know if you can see there, but that's the 7th chamber there, which is unpopulated. So I might even pop a little pin in there. Oh, it looks as well. You can see grooves there for the sidebar. This model doesn't have a sidebar, but I guess they use this body, and you know, if you had a plug with a sidebar and matching key, then it would be used for multiple products on their range. I'll just have a look at these pins there. They all look pretty standard, I believe. I don't know. Let's just have a look at one of these. I don't know if that's a standard spool or it's slightly tapered, or I don't know if it's slightly tapered or it's badly made. One of the two. To my eye, that does look slightly tapered just there on that section. I don't know if that is intentional or not, or it's just badly made, or whether or not that's the original pinion for this. Hopefully, if John sees the video, he may comment on it and let me know. Either way, it's a nice little lock to pick, one for the collection. Just a shame about that bitting on the key, so I might try and keep my eyes peeled for something with a bit better bitting, and perhaps I can pin it up to be something a little bit more challenging. Anyway, that's all for today. Thanks for watching. If you want to hit subscribe, I'll leave a little link up there, and yeah, bye for now. So I've just been having a little bit of a play with the pinning on this, and what I've done is I've decided to take all of the original security pins out. So we had a standard and 6 spools, and I've dug out these pins, which are the GG style. I don't know what we actually call them. I always call them GG style pins because you find them in GG cylinders, but they're like double serrated or double spooled, almost a sort of a hybrid of the two. But they're bastards to pick, to be honest, in the right locks. But yeah, I've dug out these 7 of those pins, and then what I've done is I found another key pin, which was this steel pin, which I've put into pin number 2. That's steel one there, and then I've just mixed up the rest of the pins. I've put these small pins at the back, which means it's going to be a trickier pick now. So we've got 7 pins. We've got these horrible pain in the arse GG pins up top, and it's going to be quite easy to overset pin 1 and pin 2 and also pin 5 if I can get it there, and I've got to get right down the back and work my pin up there to get pin 7. So this is definitely going to be a tricky pick. So what I just wanted to show you what I'd done to it. I mean, obviously this means that when I assemble this cylinder, this key will no longer work, and the only way I'll get it back pinned normally is to pick it. But I think it's certainly going to be a trickier pick with those security pins in it, and we've got that nice keyway there. So it should be a lot of fun to pick. And what I've done with the original pins, so that I can put it back together, I use one of these little pillbox trays there. I don't need to open it up. I use these to progressively pin, so you can see there I've had a Medico in there at some point, and I put all the pins that I'm not using in there, but they're all labelled. And in there we can see Zeiss Ikon original driver pins, written very badly, but all those pins are in there. So if I do decide at some point to put it back together and sell it on or something with the working key, I can do that. But in the meantime, hopefully this will be a much trickier pick for me, and it'll be good fun to have a play about with it and see if these GG style pins work well in this cylinder and make it a more difficult pick. But anyway, I'm going to go off now, assemble all of this, and hopefully have a little bit of a play, and I should be able to pick it. But if not, it will prove a challenge, and yeah, I'll look forward to that. So yeah, thanks for watching again, and bye for now.